Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I was thinking that I haven't flown the Mavic, or excuse me, I said Mavic, the DJI Mini 3 Pro in a while. So it's about time to get the drone out and to fly it around a little bit. So I got the urge to fly today, and it's a little bit late in the day, so I didn't really have time to go. I thought about going out on the Boise River or the canyon or something like that. However, I'm just over at Kleiner Park. It's you know, got to be too late in the day to go very far. But I got some things in mind that I want to do here. There's not very many people in the park. This guy has really good OA on it. I just thought maybe we'd fly it kind of low and slow, a little bit Avata style, and see what we could do with the drone. So now I know you can use the motion controller with this guy. I don't. It's just not something I'm going to do. I'm going to use the DJI RC with it. 600 nits, it's going to be good enough, and I'll be able to see pretty good. And I don't know, I'm just a stick guy. I like having the sticks. But anyway, let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, I started a screen recording here, and I got the same message that I got on my Mavic 3 Pro the other day when I was trying to fly. Account not logged in. Now, I don't know what that means, and so why is it ever logging you out of your account? I'm not connected to the internet right now because I don't have it hotspotted to my phone, and it looks like I'll have to do that. I'm going to click on that, and yeah, so you can see that there. Let's click on log in, and it's going to tell me, I'm sure it's going to tell me that well, if it'll take the touch screen will work here. Yeah, there we go. Log in and register. So I'm going to enter my my email address. But I'm sure what it's going to tell me is that I need to be connected to the internet, and I'm not. Yeah, so it's given me a check network dialog box there. So you got to be logged in. Now, what happens, this happened to a friend of mine, Dell. He was in Hawaii. He was in a place where there was no network connection, trying to fly his Mavic 3, and he couldn't do it. Well, he could do it, but you're restricted on distance, I don't know, like 50 feet away or something dumb like that, because he could not log in. He didn't have a network connection, couldn't log in. He just, his DJI drone would not work. That's a problem, DJI, and that is why people are going to hang on to maybe some other brand drones. You can't do this to people. You can't have this kind of a situation where if they're out of a network connection, they can't fly their drone. It's a problem. Okay, so I've hotspotted to my phone now, and I'm sure I'll be able to log in here. Okay, I was able to log in. So let me adjust my return to home altitude. It, for whatever reason, went down to yeah, remote ID functionality. So I'm wondering if it has to do with remote ID. I don't know, but it is not what we want. So I set my my return to home altitude at 35 meters there. Let's go into the safety menu real quick. And we are on bypass, which is where I want to be because we're going to be flying close to some things here today. Yeah, again, return to home altitude set at 35. Compass is normal, IMU is normal. Look at the battery real quick. It's good as expected. So we can go ahead and take off. Let's go ahead and do an automated takeoff on the app. Clicking on that takeoff, holding the button down. And let me turn the camera around so you can see it. So there's the little drone. And then, of course, as soon as it takes off, it disables that connection, which I don't know. It's crazy stuff. But it's frustrating because you know, you shouldn't have to worry about having a connection to just fly your drone normally. But anyway, I'm going to drop that camera down here. I'm sitting at a picnic table in the sun. We are going to do our drone-eo. I haven't even started recording yet, have I? I'm going to go ahead and kick us into 4K 60. Let's shoot at that top resolution. You know what? I can't do that. If I'm going to use OA, I need to be in 4K 30. I mean, if I'm going to use bypass in OA. So scratch that. We're at 4K 30 frames per second. Let's start recording. And there we are right there. So I'm going to drop the camera down just a little bit and reverse and up now. Reverse and up. And there goes the little drone. This thing just handles like a dream. And these gardens here, this is right next to the park, and it's on the park maintenance grounds. So what I'm not clear on is this, and I am going to tap to focus to make sure that we're in good focus. I've found that can be necessary with the Mini 3. Now what I'm not sure of is this stuff, is this a community garden, you know, that community members come and do gardening at? You know, you see benches there and stuff, or are they raising flowers and stuff here for the park? Honestly, I don't know. I'm leaning towards the fact that I believe this is a community garden, that people come in here and plant stuff. So let's just kind of move sideways and look it over a little bit. Kind of fun to see what they got going. And we're high enough off the ground. You know, on the FPV screen, I can't recognize any of those plants, but you know, when you look at the video, you'll be able to tell here. Let's go back the other way. And you know, this is kind of interesting. Kind of just get a look at this. Yeah, this has got to be a community garden. I suppose some of these flowers possibly could be for the park. I just don't know. Just don't know for certain. Anyway, let's pick that camera up, do a little reveal, and you can see where we're at here. And there's the park, and you guys all recognize this sculpture. Usually I'm on the other side of it, but there I am at that little picnic table. Let's bring the drone down here. And what I want to do is see if we can, and I don't see anybody in this area right here. So I'm going to try and kick us up to just put the camera right in its neutral location. There we are at 0. And I'm going to bring the drone down and see if we can fly through here. And I'm doing this looking at the FPV screen, so you know, you always worry about little branches and stuff. But look at that. You know, I guess I would have been even maybe nervous to do that with the Avata. But I remember with the Avata, I was pretty excited to be able to fly between the sculpture here. So I think we should try that. I wonder if it'll even let us do it. Yeah, it's kind of moving over. It doesn't know what it wants to do. I bet I'd have to turn off OA to do it. Yeah, I'm putting it in cine mode here. And let me see if I can get a little lower. I wonder if it'll let me do it. And it won't. I'm holding it forward and the drone is just flying around it. Yeah, it just won't do it because I bet I could fly through there if I turned off bypass mode. But let's go through right here. And it should be able, yeah, it's seeing above it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you can get through some pretty tight spots with this guy, even in bypass mode. This is something that I'd like to try with the Mavic 3 too. This is a good day to do it. There's not a lot of people out here running around. Often this part of the park, there's a lot of folks running around. So What would happen if we just go straight into the tree here? Yeah, it just goes right around it, doesn't it? How about this one here? Yeah, it just goes right around it. Yeah, smart little drone, huh? Let's make sure we haven't got people walking on the path here. And let's go the other way here. Again, what's it going to do? It's going to go over the top. Pretty cool. This particular sidewalk that you're looking at here is a place that I walk often. Why? Because it's in the shade. On a really hot summer day, I can walk up and down this walk right here and be in the shade most of the time. But you know, this is, you know, sometimes you wonder, okay, why do I need obstacle avoidance on a drone? It's for getting shots like this, and you can do it with confidence and not worry about running into anything. There's the famous CarMax sign. Yeah, we're going to try and go through that in a little bit here. But let's go back. Let's just go, and I'm in cine mode, full stick forward towards this, and what is it going to do? Yeah, it's going to go around it. Yeah, yep, works pretty good. Let's steer towards this guy and see what happens. Yeah, it says, no, you're not going to do that to me. Pretty cool. What about a bigger tree like this? Yeah, no, it's gonna go up and over. A lot of intelligence that DJI has built into this drone. I'm going to go into normal mode. We're going to go full stick forward here. Let's see what this guy does. It just goes right around that tree. What about this one here? Right around the tree. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. And here I am right here. Anyway, not trying to belabor a point here, but you know, we get pretty excited about the Avata and what we can do with that, and you know, you kind of forget these kind of drones can do some low and slow flying too. Back in cine mode again. Let's go back through here, and I see some branches. Let's see if it sees those, and it sure did, and it maneuvered its way around. Let's. One of the things you're gonna have to watch about with this guy is you could go sideways into something, right? So you need to be careful about that. It will not see sideways. Let's kind of go over. You get this kind of this bush right here, and you got a branch above it. Let's see how the drone copes with that, and it did just fine. Yeah, got another tree right here. Just goes right around it. Okay, let's go across the street here. And, you know, that CarMax sign is just waiting for us to see if we can go through it. So let's look at the street here and make sure we haven't got any cars coming either direction. And we don't. In fact, I'm just going to be on the safe side. I'm going to go up. I'm going to put it in normal mode. I'm going to go up. And let's just go higher than any cars are going to be. And point the camera down here. What did I do here? I accidentally got out of FPV mode there. Okay, let's point the camera down. Get out over the grass here. So we got a tree right there, and it should avoid that. Let's pick that camera up again, and let's come straight down. And boy, there's that tree right there. It kind of freaked out when it saw it. Can we go in between these trees? Cine mode again. So we're slowing things down. And let's see if we can go in between these trees. I'm just going to aim right in between all of them. And yeah, it's doing it. It's doing it just fine. I mean the radar is going off like crazy, but it's going in between the trees. So I don't know, just kind of a fun thing that you can do with obstacle avoidance on your drone. And looks like we're pretty well lined up for the sign here too. Let's just go right through, huh? Okay, we did that. let's turn around here. I don't want to go out onto that street because there could be a car coming. So we're not going to do that. We could go through some of these trees right here, couldn't we? And it should be able to go around this stuff just fine. Yeah, I mean those are some little branches, but it's doing okay. Okay, let's turn around here and go back the other way. It is funny the way the drone it knows, and it's seeing everything around it. I just think that's a cool feature. And we should be able to, let's see if we can go right back through the sign here, the other direction. I don't know why we can't. Straight on through. And it did it just fine. So now, yeah, let's see if it drops down. Okay, how about this? Can we go into normal mode? I'm in Cine mode now. Let's put it in normal mode, and let's see if we can go faster. I am full stick forward in normal mode, and it's keeping itself, I think, at a speed that it knows it can get through these trees okay. Like I said, I've got the right stick full forward in Cine mode here. Okay, let's get back across the street here. Again, I get a little nervous when I'm crossing the street because I want to make sure that there's no cars coming. We're going to go out here a little ways, and then we'll shoot straight up. Let's go straight up, and that way we know we're over the top of everything. We're only at 63% battery, so we're doing pretty good. Okay, we've seen about enough of that. Yeah, there are some other things that this drone can do. Let's kind of go over the main part of the park here. In fact, let's grab some more altitude. I like to stay high enough that I know, the buzzing of the drone is not going to bother anybody. There we go. Let's get out over the big pond, so to speak, the big fishing pond here. Just love, one of the things that I fly at this park a lot, one of the reasons I do, is just because there's just so much cool stuff to look at. There's water features, there's the sculptures, there's all kinds of things that you can, fly around and take a look at. And getting that aerial perspective is always fun. So we're just kind of doing a manual orbit around this fountain here. Getting a little bit too close. I'm backing up just a little bit. And then, yeah, I don't see any fishermen right here. Let's grab some more altitude. We got fairly low there. Kind of a nice day to fly. I like it when there's kind of scattered clouds like this. It can, it's a little bit cooler. Yeah, I'm pointed away from the drone and I got a little bit of a signal warning there. I was pointed the wrong way. I wasn't pointed at pointing the antenna at the drone. Let's see. We got a car coming here. Wonder if we could track him. Nope. Nope. Let's turn the other way. Yeah, we did get him. So let's ActiveTrack and go. And it's just going to track this guy. Let's raise a little altitude. He's going over the speed bump now. And we're high enough. Yeah, I pointed away from him again. Let's kind of move. Let's see if we can move around behind him here. and pick that camera up a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I lost a little, didn't do really good on connection there. I need to get a little higher here. There we go. So, you know, you guys have seen the park before. Let's see how far back we can get while he is going over that that speed bump there. We're backing up a little bit so we get kind of a bigger picture. And let's see how high we can get too. We should be able to get a lot higher. Yeah, it looks like he's pulling over to park, so we're done tracking there. So let's get out of that. So I just clicked on that X there and got out of tracking mode. So here we are. We're fairly high up now. There is a spot here that, in fact, when I was with my friend Bill Lewis the other day, he was asking me, why don't you ever fly over the Meridian Village shopping center and show the fountains? Well, you know, for obvious reasons, you don't want to be over people, etc. But I think we can do it. I think we can get over, for instance, right here. We're going to go over the top of the buildings here. That way we're not over the top of any people or anything. And I think we can get over there and kind of show you those fountains. So again, we're high enough up here that I don't think we're the noise of the drone, and this is a pretty quiet drone anyway. And you can see that parking lot there is pretty empty. So we're going to head this way. This is actually kind of due south. Let me drop that gimbal down just a little bit. And I'm going to kind of stay over the top of the buildings in the Meridian Village shopping center, and see if I can show you guys the fountains. So yeah, let's start lowering down here, and you can kind of see them right here. Let me. I'm going to drop some altitude, get over the top of this building, and we should be able to look right down on. You're seeing it off to your right here now, but I'm going to see if I can get it right in the center of the frame here. So right there, there's the fountains, and we're over the top of the building here. In fact, we should be able to zoom in on that. Now, this is just going to be a digital zoom, but boy, there they go. Let's zoom in. And yeah, there's the fountain. So that's right in the middle of the Meridian Village Shopping Center. And my understanding is that the company that designed this fountain is the same company that designed the Bellagio fountains in Las Vegas. I don't know if that's true or not. Somebody told me that, so take that for what it's worth. However, they do set the fountains to music often, which is kind of cool. Let's see if we can kind of do, I'm going to put it in cine mode. Let's see if we can kind of do a loop around here. Yeah, let's go the other way. See if we can kind of do a loop around, just kind of do a circle around the fountain. And again, we're in full zoom here, so yeah, we're going to kind of hide part of the fountain as we get around here, aren't we? But it's something that I've been asked about and have wanted to show you, so there it is. Pretty cool. Lots of restaurants here, and there's a movie theater right at the end of this little square. Pretty neat. Okay, so I am going to zoom back out to 1 by So there's one by, and you do kind of get a better look at it here. I think we can even get down lower here. We're over the top of this building. It's not going to hurt anything. So we'll get lower here. Where are we at? We're at 40% battery, so we're in good shape. So I'm going to do an orbit back the other way. And give you another look here. The little building right on the left-hand side of the screen, top left-hand side of the screen there, they do street tacos in there, and they do like teriyaki chicken and so forth. Pretty good little spot there. A couple of restaurants in one. Now we're looking at the top of this little steeple here, but I'm going to pick up the camera just a little bit. Right there, that is the Village Cinema right there, and I can't remember how many screens there are in there. And then there's restaurants. Right on the left side is a restaurant called the Yard House. That's a chain. So, yeah, just a lot going on here. Again, you know, not a terribly busy day today, so it was a good day to show this stuff to you. So let's go back this direction and see if we can get back across, grabbing a little more altitude again. So I'm going to get on the corner of this building. Oh yeah, no, they still got some police activity over there, so we're going to stay away from that. I saw that earlier when I was on my walk, so we are going to go the opposite direction of that. Don't want to get involved in any of that. In fact, let's just go over here. We can go over the top of the movie theaters here, and we can get back out over the field. You guys have seen me fly over this field quite a bit. Good flight time on this drone. We've been in, well, yeah, we've been recording for like 21 minutes. I'm going to let that car go by. Then we're going to go back in normal mode. I don't know what I was doing in cine mode there. And here we go. We can get lower. We can start dropping altitude again. Let's kind of take you around. There's a green belt in between Fairview and CarMax here. So I think we can go right over the top of this green belt here and kind of show you a little bit of, I'm going to grab some altitude, make sure we're above all the power lines. And yeah, let's grab some more altitude. Better safe than sorry. Anyway, so we'll stay over this green belt, and this is Fairview Avenue. Kind of goes, well, you could go all the way to downtown Boise going this direction, which would be east. And that's a bank right there. I can't remember the name of this street, but another green belt here. A lot of times when I'm out getting my walk in, I walk down this sidewalk right here by CarMax. God, I couldn't talk there. Sorry about that. I mean, you know, when you're trying to narrate live, sometimes you're trying to focus on flying and narrating at the same time. Let's get down here and see if we can get another look. Back into cine mode again, and drop the camera down a little bit. Let's get another look at the garden here. And again, I can't tell you if this is a community garden or if it's part of the park, you know, the park just growing stuff for use on different city parks, which it could very well be. I'm just telling you, I don't know for certain, but it's kind of cool, I know that. All right, we're down to 29% battery. I think what we should do is go over and do one of my favorite moves over the sculpture here. Picking it up, and the drone's just about right in front of me here. Back in and dropping it down, dropping the camera down here, and you guys have seen me do this a bunch of times, but it's just a fun move, and you do it all on the left stick. So I'm going to point the camera straight down, Try and get straight over the top of the sculpture. Move over just a little. Yeah. Well, it'll be wanting to go and return to home any second here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the left stick. I'm going to go up and to the left, and the drone is going to rise and spin at the same time. And especially with that labyrinth down there, that pattern in the concrete below, I think it looks really cool. And then as soon as we get facing the park again, I am going to slowly begin raising the camera up and get a reveal of the park. And there you go. Oh, that worked pretty good. Okay, let's throw it in sport mode. Let's kick it out here a ways, and we'll do a return to home, and we'll see how well the drone can find its way back home. In fact, let's. Well, I forgot. I'm not going to go that way too far because there is some police activity over there. So we're going to go off the other direction here. We're down to 22% battery. That algorithm, we're still in the green, but that algorithm should kick it into return to home anytime now. I'm looking for that dialog box. Boy, look at the clouds. Don't the clouds look good? Let me point you towards the Boise front here. Let's fly this direction. Is that pretty or what? That is beautiful. That is really cool. There, yeah, it's giving me a little bit of a, yeah, here we go. We're going into return to home. We're just going to let it do that automatically. Let it do its countdown. 3, 2, 1. RTH. Here it comes. Man, I just think clouds on a day like today are perfect. And you know, I was messing around there getting logged into my account and so forth. We've been flying for 26 minutes. Man, I'm telling you, it's good battery time on these drones. Drop the camera as we come back. You can see where I'm at down here. This drone makes no pretense at precision landing, but we'll see how well it does. Gives me a warning that the aircraft entered an altitude zone. That is the 150-meter limit on the Boise Airport flight path. Obviously, we're never going to fly that high. Look at how close. It's going to be pretty darn close. You know, I'm tempted just to let it land even in the grass. I'll probably cancel it, but they just cut the grass here, so the grass is pretty short. Okay, you can see it on the, I'm sure you can see it on the Action 2 camera, but let's go into cine mode. We're going to back it up just a little. Oh yeah, it's wanting to land. It's giving me that low battery squawk. Let's get it right over the pad. Okay, I'm going to hold the left stick straight down. Let's see if it comes straight down. Straight down. Put it in landing mode. No, it's moving off. We're going to move it over again. It was moving off. Straight down. There we go. We're on the pad. Close enough. Okay, low battery, recharge property. So 13% battery, recording for 28 minutes there. I'm going to remember to stop recording so we don't get a corrupted file. And I'm going to remember to stop the screen recording. Screen recording for 34 minutes. So we actually had the drone on for over 34 minutes. Okay, we're going to click stop there. Maybe. I keep clicking the stop and it's not stopping. Might have to, there we go. And you get that chime and you know it's done. Okay, let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the DJI Mini 3 Pro, it may very well be all the drone anybody needs. I mean, look at what we just did on that flight. We got low and slow with the excellent obstacle avoidance and APAS on this drone. It, you know, you put it in bypass mode, it goes around objects easily enough. I mean, we flew it in places here that were some pretty tight spots, and the drone just went right through them. I got to tell you, I had a lot of fun doing that. I have a feeling if I had turned OA off, I probably could have flown the drone between the legs of the sculpture and so forth. Anyway, I guess that's Avata stuff really, but I'm just saying it can be done. You can get this guy close to the ground and get some pretty cool shots. Flew through the CarMax sign over there. That was pretty cool, I thought. That's always an adventure to do that. Took it across the street and looked at the Meridian Village Shopping Center, and you got to see the fountains there. Those fountains are pretty cool, and we got over the top of the buildings. It'd be really neat if you could get down a lot lower and look at them, but there's always a million people there and so forth. So you just can't do that. Got to be back over the top of the roofs of those buildings and so forth. Anyway, we just got a nice, good tour. I thought it was a nice day to fly. You got enough sun, and when you get these kind of clouds, I just think it's really cinematic to have these kind of clouds. So, yeah, overall, just a fun flight. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we absolutely will see you on the next one. The DJI Mini 3 Pro, just an amazing little drone.